What's up, Festival
What
Tales
up? What
fam? We're
up?
back. We're in for another in-person episode. Woo!
We outside.
We out here. Just two bass bros living it
Two
up
bass-
in the
bass
bass capital. Two bass pros living it up in the bass capital.
Base.
Coming at you live from our living room couch. We don't necessarily have a story for you today. Kind of is. Kind of isn't. It's a little bit more of a question here. Found this lovely story for you guys on Reddit, which we're going to start pulling some stories from there. We're just talking about having our own Reddit stories forum. I think I have to make that for us, but we're going to have a festival stories forum, and we'll put in there that all festivals or all posts could be read on here, or if not, there'll just be a great place for people to put festival, funny, lovey, all sorts of great festival stories
And
that occur.
everything is anonymous, so let it rip.
Yes. We like the anonymity of things. We're going to start. Quick announcements, of course. If you have stories, please submit stories. We greatly appreciate that. We could use some more new, fresh stories. We're still pulling from some of the old ones from when me and Aid did it. We have some festivals coming up. We've got Lost Lands. We've got, I don't know, actually, that's the only one I know that's coming up.
That's the only one that matters. Really.
It's the only one that matters.
Yeah.
Make sure to subscribe to the podcast. That really helps. We greatly appreciate it, especially on YouTube. Really helps us grow and show the podcast to more people. Give us a follow on socials if you can as well. And last but not least, we're going to have some more content coming to you live on the Patreon. We're talking about maybe some festival tips that are unspoken, some maybe teases to any sets or any news we hear about certain artists at certain festivals, secrets of the festivals prior to. So Patreon will have some of those and a little bit more of the more raunchier stories that we are not necessarily going to put out in the public. So lots of fun stuff, guys. We got a lot of things planned for you guys. Before we get started, Bella's going to read this story. I'm kidding. I don't know why I said that. I was typing my password and I apologize. Let's get this story going. Here we go.
Yes. Have you ever fallen for someone at a festival? Bonus points if they live far away. And here's the description to this headline. I met a guy at EDC Las Vegas this year. I never felt so effortlessly connected to someone in my life. We spent the whole weekend just frolicking around, enjoying each other's company. It might sound crazy, but we both would say we're falling in love. We constantly stayed in touch after the festival. He even flew to come see me for a week. It felt like we could just be ourselves with one another in the real world, not just at a festival. When the week ended, we had to have a conversation because he lived on an island and I lived on the mainland. Not only would it be an emotional commitment to continue our relationship, but a financial one as well. It's hard to justify that for someone you just met, even if you feel like you're, quote unquote, in love. We tried to just be friends, but couldn't. We haven't talked in a while now, out of respect for one another's feelings. Is it crazy that there's a part of me still hoping that one day we'll find our way back to one another? I guess I'm just trying to figure out if I should finally just let it go and accept it won't work because of the distance, or I should try again in the future. Whoa.
Lot to unpack there. Let's hit the initial question there first. Have you ever fallen for someone at a festival? Bonus points if they lived far away.
Easy every time. No. I got one for each festival.
There's been someone at every event.
Gotta keep it interesting. You feel me?
Oh my god.
He does not feel me.
That
was a joke, by the way.
Sure. I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
Kind of a joke, yeah.
It was a joke. Yeah, I'm gonna hand this question to you.
Ooh.
I did ask you technically.
So falling in love at a festival, I think that it's easy to do.
Yeah, I feel like that part of the question is a little exaggerated. Maybe it's just someone you connected with really well. and you tried to keep in touch and
Yeah, I mean, why I say I think it's easy. It's like usually in the real world, you're swiping through your phone, you find someone hot, you go on a date with them, or you meet someone in the wild, they're a friend of a friend,
Yeah.
or whatever. You're at a club, whatever. But either way, after the first date, the first interaction, the first few interactions, you go home, you move on with your life, right? You spend like maybe 1 to 3 hours with them on average, and then you go home, and then you continue that over time. Whereas at a festival, you're like there all weekend or all week in some cases. And especially at a camping festival, like you are around the clock with this person, so it just expedites the whole falling for each other process because you're not taking like days or weeks in between seeing each other. Um, you know, it's more just like you're just constantly around this person.
right.
You're doing the same thing. There's like magic in the air because it's a festival, and if the producers are doing it right, it has like a magical feeling
Of course.
as
Yeah.
well. So I could see how falling in love at a festival could be something that happens, or at least falling for someone very fast in a way that you didn't expect.
Right.
Because it does not conform to,
The norms.
yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
conform to like what happens in the real world.
Agreed.
Right? Like that doesn't happen in the real world. And also your guard is let down. People just tend to be friendlier, nicer, and more open and susceptible to you being friendly and nice as well. So, maybe you play games in the real world, but then at a festival, like there are no games to play.
Yeah.
You either like
That makes
vibe with
sense.
someone or you don't,
I agree.
Yeah. And if you vibe with someone, like you go for it. You're not playing this game where, oh, do I text him? Like, do I wait an hour? Or
Yeah, because parties like I may never see this person again.
yeah.
And I vibe with them, so let's vibe.
Yeah, there's also like the sense of urgency, like this is my chance to get to know this person and see where it goes. Or you got nothing away, you never have to see them again.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing to lose. There's no games to be played. Right? You don't have time for that.
Wow. You just opened up. My mind just like exploded, opening me up to a whole new world here.
You're welcome.
For those that don't know why I handed
He's
this
going to find the love of his life at Lost Lands
I'm
after this. He's like, wow, I never thought of it like that.
Oh my gosh. things are changing in
like, she's
Babs'
she's
perception.
Dubstep Disneyland. My
Ugh.
future wife. She's frolicking.
Just a nice lady with a raccoon tail.
She's currently buying her outfits to impress you.
If you're out there,
Dude, if I
and
predict
you know
the
who
future,
you are.
yeah, if I predict the future on this, bro,
She
I better be the best
she
man
knows-
and the best woman.
She knows who she is.
Yeah, she knows who she is.
I'm speechless.
Ladies of Lost Lands. This guy.
This is true.
Based in Denver.
Of any festival.
He'll pick you up from the airport.
Yeah, fly out. Come to a Red Rocks show. The invitation's there.
Yeah, he'll take you to Red Rocks.
I'll take you to Red Rocks.
You can stay here. I'm cool with it.
Take you to dinner.
Yeah. Take you to dinner at a
look at
horrible
that.
restaurant because the food here is down tremendous.
Yeah, not the greatest. Although we did find some good barbecue somehow, which is shocking.
Yeah,
but
okay. We need petition to talk more about how good the barbecue in Denver is because
yes.
Mexican food is fine. People are like, oh, the Mexican food's great. No, it's fine. Barbecue slaps.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Don't know why we don't talk about it, but it's good.
Thoroughly surprised by that coming from the south.
it's
from
very
Florida.
weird.
Was not ready
Yeah.
for that. Off that tangent. But yes, you kind of nailed it. I just personally haven't had to think of that in a while. I was dating someone for a long time. We dated for a while, so I didn't have many. There was only a brief period of time actually where we were not together when I went to 2 festivals. But that's also just a different scenario.
Yeah.
You're not exactly. I wasn't really out there like giving it a go. So a lot different scenario now. But
He's ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to go.
Let's go.
Like Turbo.
He's ready.
Like
First time ever.
Right out Turbo. But no, I
It's like a
mean, I
blossoming
definitely
flower.
understand. I can definitely understand the whole like vibe with somebody though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely been people I've vibed with and had a great time. I just never took it to that next
Mhm.
part because it was like why would I do that? So like, I can get that where it's like, oh yeah, like even like even a more simpler version of this, like you vibe with a certain friend sometimes,
Yeah.
and
Like some of my best friends I've met at festivals.
yeah, and maybe
to this day, like friends of like 7+ years.
100%.
Yeah.
One of my good friends back home, we met at Paradise Blue on the bus from the airport to the resort, and then we just happened to know, like, we started talking, and I mean him get along, and I'm like, where are you from? He's like, I'm from Tampa. I'm like, I'm from Tampa, and then we're talking, and he like leans. To this day, I remember it. Me and him are crying, laughing at stuff. The two girls we were with are just like dead silent. We're just laughing. We're just hitting it off. And I remember he leans to I say something. He leans to the girl next to him. He's like, oh, yeah, we got, by the way, and blah, blah, blah. He says a name. And I only know one person with this name. My whole life, I've only known this one person with this name. And I go, so-and-so? And he goes, how do you know them? And immediately we realized that we've been running in like similar circles and just had no idea. And then
that's crazy because you're in a different country for that one.
Yeah, and, right?
Like, it's not like you're at EDC Orlando or something.
And then from that day forward, like I would come home from South Carolina, and I would immediately just, I don't know what it was, I would just call him and be like, yo, I'm in town, like let's hang. And we just started vibing, going out, doing things in Florida, and like it was just perfect. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I definitely.
And I loved him. No, I'm just kidding.
And he fell, and then they.
And I actually was in love with him.
They fell in love and lived happily ever after. Which is why he now lives in Denver.
Yeah. That's why I grew out my hair and moved to Denver.
The divorce was hard.
I'm into the ladies. That's
just needs to clarify that because he's ready for Lost Lands.
Yeah. I'm in glamping.
He's got the in him.
I'm in glamping. Ladies, I'm in glamping, and I do have an extra wristband.
He has, actually. He's the man, dude.
You want to get out of that tent? Let me bring you up to my castle. Okay. All right. That was funny. I'm sorry.
Moving on. It is very funny. And someone should take him up on this glamping situation because it's a good deal, but also, I mean, look at this guy. Exactly. Enough said. Anyways.
That really tops it off. I hate when some of these hats look so big on your head.
Dude, every trucker hat makes my head look double the size.
I look like a cone head right now, the way this is like up. No, you push it down a little bit.
Like, I don't even have that option. But yeah, I mean,
looks good.
Yeah.
You rock it.
I rock it? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I have an issue. I have a little problem.
Oh.
Where I don't know if someone's into me because I'm just locked in. When I go to festivals, so just little backstory, when I go to festivals, a lot of the times I'm working in some capacity, right? Even if it's just like networking, but more often than not, I'm working on something, right? I'm there for a reason. That's why I get the access that I get at these festivals, is because I'm there for a purpose. So I'm like locked in and running around, bopping around. I like can't sit still as well. So I have this problem where like if someone's into me, like I just don't know. Like I can't tell. It's happened a few times.
I honestly I can relate to that. I'm pretty
it happens
oblivious.
A lot actually.
Yeah.
But I'm usually not. I used to be like the Rizzler, you know?
That's someone that has Riz doesn't necessarily say they are a Rizzler.
Well, I didn't when I had the Riz. Now I don't.
That's why I said
now
it.
I severely.
That's why I said it. I don't have the Riz anymore.
I completely agree with this. It's because I completely lost all my Riz.
That was the perfect answer. That was like, well, that's why I said it actually.
Yeah, it's. But
I'm sorry to be laughing. It's just funny. I don't have it either, by the way.
You're laughing at my chronic.
I also have no Riz, and that's why I can laugh.
There you go.
Facts.
I'll give you a pass.
Well, it's true. I have none.
You have none?
Yeah.
I feel like you have more than me.
I don't know how we measure Riz.
I don't know how. I mean, I think we just got to see it in action. We just got to like go.
I've just been out of the game for so long that I don't. That's what I guess I'm getting at.
I have two. When I started my career in the music industry, I made a pact with myself that I would never, ever, ever do it with the help of any man. And I've stuck by that.
Yeah.
And it's done me very, very well and gotten me very, very far, very, very fast. Because I've never had to rely on a man for my career, which is great. We're getting a little bit deep. But anyway, through that process, I have remained almost asexual in a sense. So I've lost all my riz. I don't know if I'm okay with it. I think I am. Because I'm like, okay, when it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But, like, I've had a few instances where, like, someone will be into me and then, like, I won't know. And then I'll find out. God damn it. Like, I would have opened my mind to that if I'd known.
Yeah.
But now it's too late. So, yeah, it's hard at festivals for me. I'm just like, I got, like, blinders on almost.
That's kind of what
bad.
you need to get to where you're, what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of gotta have those.
It served me well, but I'm like at a point where
all
I'm like,
a
I don't
man-
need it.
All a man could do is distract you.
Yes, that's what they've done in the past. Like, they're really annoying in that sense. Just like, leave me alone.
We can be annoying.
Go away. Stop it. Yeah, they've tried to sabotage me with their looks and charm. I said, no, thank you. No, thank you. I have to go.
No, thank you. I missed
I have to go see Excision.
I have to work. I
gotta go stand on stage with Abdallah. No way.
I have to headbang.
Don't get in the way of this. Don't get in the way of this.
I have to work.
It's my white girl duty to go stand on stage with the mustachioed gentleman.
The way you did not stutter after that sentence, it just goes, I have to work.
I'm from New York. I'm extraordinarily blunt. I will shut people down so fast. So fast.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I did that in Chicago the other night. Someone was like, you're really cute and you look like miserable. And I'm like,
yeah, because I'm standing here next to you.
Yeah, because you're here.
Yeah, because you're annoying me.
I was just like, thanks. I'm not miserable, but cool. And he's like, are you sure you're not having a bad night? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, go away.
Yeah, I think, fellas, it's a good sign, or it's a sign if they answered, I'm not miserable. You should know it's because of you.
Yeah,
they're giving that look.
Yeah.
But to this girl's story, we got so off topic there. Sorry.
No.
Back to her thing. Not really off topic, but back to her thing. Do want to say, if you are feeling that clickness and that connection to that extent, we're like,
I say you go for it.
I say you go for it too.
I mean, after reading that story, I was like, girl, what are you doing?
I also agree. That's exactly how I interpret
like, you could spend your
story.
money going to another festival and drop like $1 to $2 grand.
Yeah, or you can go see the love of your life on an island.
Or you can like go see the love of your life.
Yeah. I have to agree.
At that point, it's like, I mean, like, if you know what I mean, like, I'm chronically single at all times for forever probably. But if my mom actually, she put in an application for me to be on The Bachelor. She sent me the confirmation email today. So she's like, let me know if they call, because like she's very worried about me because I'm just so locked in. Anyway,
it's just,
anywho,
like, not a bad thing. But with this story, congrats.
But if I met someone and I had the connection that this person has, I would say go for it, try it.
Yeah.
Because you never know. I mean, and then if it ends badly, it ends badly. You know what I mean? Like, at least try. Like, don't just not, because otherwise you're always going to wonder, right?
Right, which is where she's at right now.
And you're going to settle for someone, what? You're going to settle for someone closer to you? Like, no, it's 2024. You can date someone across the country. It's that freaking easy. You can just do it. I see people, like, more and more people are doing this thing where they date people in other states, especially in the music industry, just because you travel so much and you do so much stuff. If you're like in the music industry or you're a DJ or something, if you find someone in a different state, like, it's not a big deal to date them because you're never home anyway. Like, what are you going to do? Go out on a Friday night? No. You're working a show in a different country. So it like works out. Or you're at a festival with the person that you're actually dating. So yeah, I mean, if you like to, and I think it goes the same for people that go to festivals a lot, right? If you're going to all the same festivals, you're going to end up seeing your person. Probably more so for some people, more so than if you would if you dated someone local.
Yeah.
But don't settle for someone local just because they live near you. That's stupid, honestly.
I agree. I think I agree. And I've dated someone long distance and all that, so I totally am on, like, I get it. And if you feel that way, you feel that way and you do it. Like, it just,
Yeah,
you make it happen. And I also agree with that. Like, again, if you're feeling that, you only feel that vibe for so many people. And what I mean by that is it's not like everyone out there you just feel that magical vibe with, and you're like, you just feel like you can click and like hang out and just talk and you're yourself. Yeah, that is the feeling of that alone right there is what sold me of like why you should do it, is like when you feel like you can be yourself from the get-go with somebody, winner. Like,
yeah,
maybe it doesn't mean a relationship. It could be a friendship too. But like in all states of that, if you just can click and feel like you can be yourself, open, silly, goofy, whatever that is, you should keep that person in your life.
100%.
Because again, like, that's so rare. Some friendships, you have to develop over time. But so the ones that you just like click, like.
Mm-hmm.
They're friends for life, or they're your lover for life or for a while. But like, it's worth it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, and I mean, like you live with me, so you see, like I'm constantly on FaceTime with people because half my friends live on all corners of the country.
Yeah.
But I see them so much. I see them so much more than my friends that live in Denver because we all go to the same stuff. So it doesn't matter, Like, I'll have 2 phone conversations with people who I saw last weekend in like Washington, and I'll be like, yeah, all right, like, see you in Chicago next week. Like, I see these people so often at these festivals that I just like, I literally see my friends that either work in the industry or like go to festivals a lot or are DJs. I see them more than my friends that live down the street from me or like in Denver, which is crazy. But that's like, 2024, with the technology we have, it allows for you to stay in touch with those people. Fortunately, it's festival season, and I get to see these people all the time.
Yeah.
But we live in 2024.
Yeah.
Like,
even before we lived together, we would FaceTime and talking about stuff, which by the way, I loved.
That's why I was like, yo, move in, because, I'm very like weary about roommates. But I was like, we know each other well enough, even though we may have met in person like 2 or 3 times total, like very briefly. But we like talk on the phone. Yeah, dude. Doesn't seem like it.
You're right. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Imagine it was when we met, 2023.
In person, yeah.
In person. And then that was it.
I saw you at FK like very briefly. For like a few minutes.
Yes, but at that point I hadn't said I was moving in yet. That's right.
No.
Oh yes, saw her at FK. Yeah.
Yeah, but
we did my podcast.
That just proves my point.
Yeah.
Right?
Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
Pound it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if
you closed it out perfectly, you just blew my mind again.
Yeah.
2 things twice in the podcast.
Yeah, I know. No, if I can sustain friendships of that caliber from my iPhone, this person should be able to sustain what she may believe to be the love of her life.
And he obviously kind of feels the same way.
Yes.
I mean, they basically,
like,
the other thing
there's no, like, to me, there's no excuse, but like everyone else is different. Everyone has a different lifestyle, has a different job, different whatever. But this is a no-brainer to me.
The other thing when they like, I guess from what it sounded, I don't know, but it sounded like they agreed that they couldn't communicate as friends because of the feelings. Like, I would get, like, she'd get jealous, he got jealous. That's another good sign of like, hey, you have some strong emotions if you're both feeling that way.
Yeah.
Like,
one thing I will say is if you're going to do a long distance romantic relationship, jealousy's got to be off the table. Like, you got to just trust
Well,
Trust is so, like,
oh,
you have to
yes.
trust your
Yeah,
partner.
yeah, yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, oh, I saw you were at dinner with like 15 guys and one girl. Who's the girl?
No, I agree.
You
But I
can't,
think
you
what
can't
she's
be,
saying
yeah.
is like, I can't be your friend to know, like, I can't be your friend and know that you're like going on dates and stuff. I
Yeah.
think that's what she's saying. But I don't could be wrong.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
but you have a great. I'm not defending your point. I'm not trying to. I agree with your point. Your point
Yeah.
is actually absolutely right. As someone who did long distance, that is a very key aspect. You have to have trust. You have to not have the jealousy. Like totally. Yes, I totally agree with all that. 100%.
yeah. You have to like know that that person is going to like respect you,
Yeah,
even if
100%.
you're not there.
And even that should be a big core of, not to go like way off tangent here, but like that should be a big core of any relationship.
100%.
But even more so in those.
Oh, especially, but with long distance, it's super important. Like in normal relationships, you have the luxury of working on that with someone. In long distance, you just got to do it. So, yeah, fortunately, I'm not one to give a shit. So,
Fortunately for me, I will be working.
yeah, I'm just, and like, but I think that there's the point, like, if that's your person, I mean, I don't know how well they know each other. I just know what this person posted, but there's also like a part, like, it might get a little personal here, but like, I knew someone who lived in a different state, and we both kind of knew in the back of our minds, we were both kind of like, when the day comes and the time is right, like, this is going to happen. But we were also simultaneously like dating other people, but we like knew that it was finite. Like, we knew that, if I got XYZ together and then he got XYZ together and the stars aligned in a way that was very possible for them to align, we would take that friendship to more. But we were also like dating other people because, we didn't know that about it a lot. Well, not like when we were dating other people, but when we would break up and be like, hey, like that thing, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So there's also that where it's like you could be friends with someone and you like, I'm still friends with this person and like I think that that ship has sailed, but still like a really good friend of mine. Um, but I think that ship has sailed. I've gone a different direction and stuff has changed.
Of course.
I think that the same thing applies for this,
Yeah.
or it should, or maybe, well, not should. I don't want to tell people what they should and shouldn't do. It's not my place, but I think it's definitely possible to be in love with someone, but not be ready to date them and not be ready to take it to that next level, but still remain friends with them, knowing that if the stars ever align in a certain way where you are both single, both have your shit together, and can make it work, you will, you know? But also be happy for them when they find like love in other people
Of
along
course.
the way. You
Yeah.
know, I think that that's definitely possible. I might just have an insane level of trust and boundaries that a lot of people don't have, but that's kind of my thinking behind it. And I don't expect everyone to operate in that same way. And I don't consider that emotional cheating when you like accept that, okay, like maybe not in this life, maybe not right now, maybe not ever, but if the stars align, like this is the person, you know? I don't expect other people to operate like that because, and I honestly don't know if that's healthy or not. Like you can rip into me because I don't know if that's healthy or not, but that's just like how I think about it.
I honestly I have nothing much to add or to rip into. I think if two people have that conversation and that view and that's your view, then like I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna sit here and rip into your way of showing you care and your way of showing love. That's to each his own. I mean, in that category, right?
Yeah, and I mean, like ultimately for me, it's like, okay, I love this person. I always will love this person, like as a person, right? Not in love with them, but I will always love this person. And I'd rather have this person in my life and not date them than not have this person in my life at all. That's how I see it.
Very profound. You got me thinking about some things here on the end of the podcast.
Yeah. I don't know if I have like really super abnormally healthy boundaries or like the worst boundaries ever. I can't decide. But yeah, I think that makes sense to me.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a little deep there on the end. I'm okay with that. You got me thinking about some things, some stuff.
Don't think too hard.
Right.
Just get ready for your Lost Land
yeah.
adventures.
No, I like that. I like this. I like that we got to go a little bit deeper. They got to know a little bit more about us. I love that. I like when stories bring that out of us, and hopefully we do this more with the pod. Bring out a little bit more of any side of us. Honestly, we started out a little fun, goofy, laughing. We get a little deep toward the end there, and I'm okay with it. Anything else you want to add for this story, other than go get it, girl?
I've added enough.
I think so.
For today.
Just figure it. We'll give you the last word if you get it. Without further ado, y'all, thanks for tuning in. If you tuned in this far, guys, make sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. We greatly appreciate it. And make sure to give us a follow on all social medias. It'll help a lot. And check out the Patreon here soon enough. Thank you so much, y'all. Bye, everybody. Peace.
Bye.